Good Sunday morning to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz with a look at your forecast. Some of you woke up to some light rain this morning, but that's going to change. We're going to have clearing skies, afternoon sunshine, but a nice change of pace because we are going to enter a drier weather pattern. Once again, no surprise there. We'll have 80s returning starting tomorrow, but mainly Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll show you in a minute, but there is the potential we get some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder later in the week, and I'll break it all down for you coming up. But this morning, once again, we had low clouds. They are already breaking up and we're seeing blue skies, some thicker clouds over central and eastern Washington as this disturbance just exits the region and we start to get ridging building. This is what I was talking about. So right around 6 through 8 o'clock, we had this little band of moisture moving over Snohomish, King County, some sprinkles up in the mountains and then over portions of the Kitsap Peninsula. But now we're going to have drier air moving in. This trough is going to weaken, lifting back up to the north. This ridge over much of the United States is going to begin to nudge its way west, and that's going to help warm us up. It's going to bring us more sunshine, but then things start to get a little interesting by the middle half of the week, more so into Thursday. So model guidance shows the potential for this upper low that's going to loom offshore and eventually pushing onshore sometime maybe Thursday. But the track of this cutoff low, that's what's going to determine if we get that thunderstorm chance, will we get rain chances at all, and what our temperatures will look like for Thursday and maybe into Friday. But into the weekend, ridging builds over the region once again. So that means sunshine and warm temperatures, likely going to have 80s returning to the forecast. But today we'll have the mostly sunny skies into the afternoon, temperatures low and mid 70s, pushing 80 degrees on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. That's when we're looking at the warmest temperatures. And then Thursday, again, a big question mark at this time. So going with the average temperature, some models are showing lower in mid 70s, others showing near 80 degrees. So mid 70s and maybe a few showers. Friday and Saturday, sunshine returns, and then we'll have 70s and 80s. We have sunshine, we have clouds out there, but as of 9:30 this morning, Sunday morning, we are seeing more sunshine clearing or sunshine returning, not just up in the mountains or up in the islands. We're starting to see those clouds clear in Puget Sound. Winds will eventually shift from the south out of the northwest and west later in the day, 5 to 10 miles per hour, give or take, and we're going to have comfortable conditions out there. Still mild, but likely below normal, even if it's just by a couple of degrees, which is great news for any outdoor activities that you may have planned. Just a few of many, many events. We have Porch Fest up in Edmonds, the Seattle Rain versus Portland Thorns at Lumen Field. So the return of our Seattle Rain and then Sounders later in the week as well. Temperatures peaking in the lower 70s, and then the Seafood Fest in Ballard continues, and then the Bremerton Air Show. And then taking you down to Kent, we have the Kent Cornucopia Days continuing as well, and then Shark in the Park at Redondo Beach into the afternoon. So again, lots going on. If none of that is, none of those events really appeal to you, and maybe you want to get outside and check out the low tides today already occurring. So the low tide is going to obviously get later and later in the morning as we head into the afternoon or heading into Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, with the lowest low tide on Tuesday and likely going to be the lowest low tides that we'll get for the remainder of the year. So if you're going out tide pooling or you're just going to check out the marine life, looking good weather-wise, and we'll have quiet conditions as well. Tomorrow, waking up to the 50s, warming up quickly under sunny skies into the mid and upper 70s for much of the North Sound as well as the North Interior, and then Central and South Sound near 80 to the mid 80s. But then Tuesday will warm up even more. The coast will likely stay a little cooler as we still have some onshore winds, even if it's really weak. But then interior areas, low and mid 80s, maybe a couple of upper 80s out there. Talking about Wednesday, again, this is just one computer model, and I mentioned that depending on the upper low and where it tracks, that's going to determine whether we get rain or not. And most of the precipitation could stay east of our area, but this one particular run of the European model is showing at least some light rain later Thursday and maybe into Friday morning. But again, that could change. As for estimated rain totals over the next 7 days, again, it would be on the light side, still favoring the mountains and the north interior as well as the coast. But at this point, whether it's heavier rain or super light rain, we'll take anything we can get because July typically are one of our driest months, and we need it considering it's fire weather season. But once again, keeping a very close eye on Thursday because, as we well know, thunderstorms could spark some new wildfires, so that will be something we're watching out for. But really no extreme weather, not looking at widespread 90s or anything like that, though some of you could warm up to the upper 80s Tuesday and into Wednesday. Now, beyond the 7-day forecast, it's looking as though we may warm up into some of the mid and upper 80s. Again, this could change. This is as we head into next week. But remember, you can always find the latest forecast and a closer look at the forecast on King 5 Plus, king5.com, and our free King 5 app.